So I was requested to try some arena mode for you guys, and I think I am totally down to give it a try. So I'm gonna jump right into it. We're gonna try to draft a deck. I'm usually pretty bad at drafting decks, so I'll explain my reasoning. Hmm. Okay. Given that I'm in the lowest ranks of versus arena, what do I think would be best here? You know what? I don't play a lot of Hlaalu, but I do tend to like strength. Strength is a color. Ooh, my phone went off. Strength is a color that I'm very comfortable with. I like Empire, but I have realized that I'm not good at playing Empire. And Scout, I feel like there's a few ways that we could do Scout successfully, but I'm kind of more interested in House Lalu. Yeah. So let's take a look here. We've got Lockpick, which is kind of an instant no. We've got Underworld Vigilante, which I really like, and Trial of Flame. Trial of Flame is one of those cards that I feel like could be good in Versus Arena, but Underworld Vigilante is a card that probably will be good, so I'm going to take that. We have to remember that that is a 5 cost card. Eager Torturer, when you sacrifice a creature, gains +2/+2. I don't think we're going to be sacrificing creatures too often in this deck. I mean, it's pretty early, but it's hard to tell. Nimble Ally is a 3/3 for 3, which is already better than the Eager Torturer, and lethal if the top card of your deck is Agility. That could change depending on how far we draft into Agility or into Strength. Um, and then Nyx Hound. Shackle each enemy creature with less power than Nyx Hound. I'm going to go for Nimble Ally. Um, Anzaleel Invader. You know what? I'm thinking this is just kind of. It fills our 4 slot. It's a 5/3 body. Invasion Marauder's a 3/3 body for 1 less, and it invades with an Oblivion Portal, but I don't think we're going to be playing Invade here. And Legion Prefect is just. It's a little bit too high. I'd like to get some lower end stuff before I start getting my high end stuff, unless it's something really good. That card is not great enough for me to really want to run that. I think we get the Marin Stake on Seducer. A 3/6 with Breakthrough and Drain is basically, I mean, it takes up Hive Defender's slot, kind of. Tusked Bristleback, which featured pretty heavily in my last video. Not my last video, but my fake invade video. Um, you know what? Ornery Kagudi is a 3/2 with Breakthrough. Bitterfish Witch doesn't really go along with the theme that we're kind of building, but it is a green card, and it does have Prophecy. Hmm. I think I like the Ornery Kagudi a little bit more, just because it fills our 2 slot, and the 3/2 with Breakthrough is a little bit better than the other cards. Gristlehide Dreg is something that I think could be really fun to play around with. Uraxian Berserker, it's an interesting card. Because of the consume, it's not a card that we want to play on turn 3 before we've played something else, so it's conditionally a 4/4. Plus, if it gets silenced, that kind of sucks. Varanus Courier, I do like this card. It's also green, which helps our Nimble Ally. Um, Last Gasp draw card is not the most useful thing in the world. When compared to Gristlehide Dreg, take damage and survive draw a card. Now, 3/5 body on turn 5. I'm not sure how often that's actually going to be surviving. So I think we'll take the Courier. We'll try to be a little bit slower here. We already have an Ornery Kagudi. I'm going to take the Golden Initiate on this one, just due to the prophecy. Steal cover from another creature. I think the Back Alley Rogue is a really, really cool card. Territorial Viper is probably better, though. But I would like to take Back Alley Rogue. I'm going to take the Viper, though. Bog Lurcher, I wasn't really even looking at it. Slinking Jackal is one of these cards that when it gets played down on turn 2, it can really destroy the rest of the match. So I think I'm gonna play with the Slinking Jackal. I am looking at Drive Mad though, because as far as removal goes, we just have Territorial Viper. I guess Vigilante could be used for removal too, but Slinking Jackal is just a really, really solid card. There's another Nimble Ally. I'm looking at this list right now, and we don't have any duplicates yet. So that does mean that if we get like a singleton option, we could do it still. Not that we need to rely on that. So we don't even have an item support or an action. So singleton's not looking like the way. I'm gonna go with a nimble ally. Assassin Beetle. I have one prophecy, so not going to be Assassin Beetle. Monk Strike is a really interesting utility. I think that it could be really fun if our opponent is not prepared for our Slinking Jackal or Ornery Kagudi to be Monk Striked into the other lane. So that's pretty cool. And then 5th Legion Trainer. So far, the lowest damage that we go on one of our creatures is the Varanus Courier and the Territorial Viper. Um, so I don't know how necessary 5th Legion Trainer is. I mean, it could bump our high numbers even higher. Yeah, it's a solid 2, though. I'm going to take it. Okay, kind of what I was just talking about with the fact that we have a lot of pretty decently high-powered creatures. Now we have 5th Legion Trainer to buff them up even more. I'm thinking Stone Throw. Stone Throw seems good to me here. Sench Noble, Euraxian Berserker again, or Imbued Bosmer. A one-cost creature would be really nice to have, especially a one-cost creature with lethal. And if we get an Imbued Bosmer and we somehow wind up with another Euraxian Berserker, then we'll have a synergy with our Consume card. So I'm going to take the Imbued Bosmer. Fresh Start could be really good if we get far behind. We also don't have a card in 6, so I'm thinking that Fresh Start is looking really good. Cartel Bruiser, it could be good. It has potential to be good. It's got Pilfer, so that's conditional on the fact that we can actually attack. Also, look at how fucking scary his face is. Oh my god. We have a lot of 2s and 3s. I'm thinking Fresh Start is fine, because if we pull stuff, we can play it. And there is our third Nimble Ally. I'm liking the Nimble Allies. Don't know why I'm liking them, but I'm liking them. Redoran Battle Spear does give us an item, and we are short on items, so I'll take that. Here's one of the consumed creatures that I was talking about. I think this is easily way better than Flaming Breath and Daedric Incursion here. So we'll do that. Now, the consume for Tanar's Elvite Lurker doesn't really work well with our Imbued Bosmer because we're only going to be gaining 1 health. So we'll have to think about that going forward. There could be better options like Mehrunes Dagon Seducer. Varanus Courier could be fine. Yeah, we'll probably find something else that will be better. Daring Cut Purse is a really solid 2, especially when compared to the other ones. Green Pact Ambusher, Prophecy and Guard. It's a 2 cost. The only other card I'm looking at here is Markarth Bannerman. Very intimidating 5 cost creature with a 4/4 body. Put 2 Nord Firebrands with charge into your hand. Green Pact Ambusher could really help us if we get overwhelmed. Markarth Bannerman I think is better if we're ahead. And with this deck, it's looking like we'll probably be ahead more often than not, so I'm going to grab the Green Pact Ambusher. Another Territorial Viper could be really solid. I also like the idea of having Mechanar's Will, though. We are really low on actions, so I would take that for not only the fun factor, but the utility of stealing a creature. But I think we can just Territorial Viper again, and we'll be looking good. Fallen SD Reaver, Hulking Scalon, and Marauder Chieftain. I don't think Marauder Chieftain's getting any value from our deck outside of the Redoran Battle Spear. Hulking Scalon is very intimidating with a 10/10 body there. Immune to lethal, immune to shackle, and cannot be targeted with actions. And the Reaver, destroy all wounded enemy creatures in this lane. Do I think that we're going to have a lot of wounded enemy creatures? I think when we hit a creature, it's likely to die. So I don't think that the Felonesti Reaver is really going to be that appropriate here. I'm going to pick the Scalon. That'll be our high-end drop there. Imbued Khajiit. That gives us another consume creature. Clockwork Scorpion's pretty good, but that's still a 6 drop, and I guess that one could also work well with our Tanar Zalvit Lurker. Uh, hmm. I'm going to stick with the theme of green, and I'm going to take the Scorpion. Illicit Butcher, consume a creature to shackle an enemy creature. That is pretty good with some of the... Well, I guess it's not that great, because we've only got the Imbued Bosmer. I was going to take that other one, but I went against it. I think Javelin's just a great option here. Nyx Hound. I'm feeling a little bit better about Nyx Hound now. Legion Zero Templar could be a really solid option as well. We don't really have a whole lot of guards. We've got 2. And then Cloak and Dagger could be good. I'm not sure how aggressive we want to be with this deck. I know I said earlier if we hit something it probably dies, but does that mean that we should be hitting face all the time? I feel like there's a difference there. Cloak and Dagger. For some reason, I want to pick Cloak and Dagger. I'm going to take the Legion Zero. Okay, Thaden, Duke of Mania, probably not proccing. Balmora, Captain. We don't have anything that has Rally. So I think Mulamnir is our option. Pretty high-end stuff. With that said, our removal goes Stone Throw, Double Territorial Viper, Piercing Javelin, potentially Underworld Vigilante, and Mulamnir. So do I need a Stone Throw? I'm not sure. I kind of like having more prophecies here. So I'm going to take the Initiate. Corpus Disease could be pretty good in giving us the edge. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Corpus Disease. And I have a Clockwork Scorpion already. Don't know if I need 2. The Moon Moth, I think, works pretty well because we have a bunch of 3 drops. So if we play that on like turn 7 or something, we'll just get a free guard out of it. Ash Oppressor. Summon if you have a creature with 5 attack or more. So let's go through. We have the Anzalil Invader. Potentially Moon Moth, Jackal, Green Pact, Nimble Ally, Underworld Vigilante. I don't think we're going to get that much value out of this Ash Oppressor, but it is still a 4/3 body for 3. We're kind of heavy on our 3 drops. We don't really have that much use for Marked Man, I don't think, other than providing us with another guard. I think in sticking with the green theme for our Nimble Allies, I will take that. Okay. Mournhold Trader is a really, really solid aggressive card. If we take this, I think we're almost certainly just from this point out hyper aggressive. I don't really have any pilfer creatures. Guildsworn Bloodluster, not even looking at that. The Ultimate Heist could be really good. We have 1 pilfer creature, which will drop this to 9 if it's out there. Being our last pick, I feel like it's risky taking the Ultimate Heist when we don't really have anything that synergizes with it. Mournhold Trader is telling me that we are a deck that wants to try to burn through our opponent as quickly as possible. So we're going to try this out. I don't have a whole lot of experience with Versus Arena. I am probably talking like someone who knows more than they actually do right now, so you'll have to pardon me on that. But I'm hoping that we can win some matches here. Okay, we're up against Julia Cleodrin. The Immortal. They're on Spell Sword. They've got 32 cards. I've got 30. And this is kind of what I was talking about here with the 5th Legion Trainer into Slinking Jackal. It's a way to get our Ash Oppressor to have a 5-power creature. This will be extremely intimidating if we're able to get this down. I think we use a Ring Charge to get our 5th Legion Trainer out. Oh, Mournhold Trader. Holy shit. Yeah, I think... Yeah, Mournhold Trader. I don't want to give him too much time to set up on Spell Sword here. So we'll see what he's up to. He doesn't have a play. Unfortunate. Oh, Corpus Disease on the Mournhold Trader. Can you believe that? That's going to be crazy. So that'll turn this into a 6-2 with no negative side effects. That's a synergy I've never thought of before, but I might have to put that into like an aggro archer type of list. That's crazy. Okay, he can't shadow shift that over, right? Do that. Swing like this. Damn, dude. I think this is going to be over pretty quickly. We've got 12 damage over here. Oh. Okay. So we've got, what is it, 9 damage now? There's our fresh start, which we don't quite need yet. I think we'll do a... Yeah, I'll do my Golden Initiate here. Fresh start next turn will let me pretty much refill my hand. It's a good card. Okay. Ornery Kagudi. So I think he's got so many more cards than I do. I think we're still just going to play like this. And I'll put my Moon Moth over here to try to block him. We got a Word Wall that will get no value, but it is still, that's actually a pretty hefty guard, the Word Wall, so I don't mind that. He's got Arise. Thankfully, we do have a creature with Breakthrough. Oh, wow. That was good. That was very good. I think he hits my Kagudi with that. He does not. So he'll do that eventually. Here's our Stone Throw coming in handy. I think we're going to just hit him like this at first here. I'll save the Stone Throw Anzalil Invader, I think, for a turn of its own. Now we have an Underworld Vigilante that we can combo with our Ash Oppressor. Or the Anzalil. I think this deck is synergizing pretty well so far. He's going to exalt that. Well, he is holding us back pretty well. Okay. I think we... Veteran Battle Spear. I would like to keep this alive. I think we'll do a Veteran Battle Spear on him. Swing like that. That becomes... Oh, it just became a 5. I was thinking that it's 5 cost, but no, it didn't have 5 attack. And then I'll play out my Word Wall. And I'll try for a Nimble Ally over here. I bet it just got that buff from another Nimble Ally, because we haven't seen one yet. I can Stone Throw this guard away. Probably not something that he's thinking about. He's got a Legion 0 Templar as well, so I think that's our new Stone Throw target.
Get behind me.
How can I serve? Feel the raw power I wield.
Okay. Yeah, I think we win. Stone Throw on this guy. We hit with our... Yeah, see? It was another Nimble Ally, what'd I tell you? We swing with this, then swing with this. Good game. Okay, well, I won at least one match of Versus Arena. That is worth something. Okay, the fact that we just got another Mournhold Trader, absolutely insane. I'll keep the Ash Oppressor. There's a Nimble Ally. Okay, this is pretty good so far. If I get Corpus Disease again, we know who it's going on. We've actually got some decently high health creatures for my Tenar Zelvit. Is he thinking about muting this? I don't know what other action he would have he's looking at. I would love it if he muted that. Oh, and our Nimble Ally doesn't proc. That's disappointing. Hmm.
Have business with House Hlaalu.
He's got the House Hlaalu card in his deck, but he's on Telvanni. I'm on Hlaalu, and I don't run that.
Nothing will trace back to us.
Wow, he's on a weird deck. We have a green pact. I like that. I don't want him to kill my Mournhold Trader just yet. I think we just lay down the Ash Oppressor just because it's a 4/3. Wondering what he's got.
Need some help?
Blade Stalwart, okay.
My business is none of theirs.
Yeah, we don't really want the Blade Stalwart surviving. I do think that we Stone Throw that. Okay, that doesn't do much for him. Yeah. Stone Throw. What does this guy get? 1/1. Stone Throw the Stalwart. We'll hit him again. He's got another Prophecy. Okay, he had to think about which target was better to mummify for a second there. I'll just cover this lane up. I'd rather keep him without having to deal with the Mournhold. What is it, Mournhold Guardsman or something? Mournhold Guardian. Next turn we're going to have to kind of reset though, so I'll play the Clockwork Scorpion. Okay. Now we're on a sort of level playing field. Yeah, I'll throw this over here. I don't want to deal with his Shadow Lane shenanigans. I think... Oh, I was going to play Clockwork Scorpion, but Nimble Ally might be somewhat better. Okay, I'll trade like that. Yeah, I'll play Clockwork Scorpion over here. That way, if my Scorpion dies, I can play Tanar's Alvit next turn. And we'll gain 7 health.
I'll do what I can.
Oblivion take you
At your command.
Hmm.
My business is none of theirs.
Well, that is that's a move. Territorial Viper. There are better targets. Play my Nimble Ally. Doesn't proc. That's upsetting.
You can tell them you thought of it.
Guildsworn Apprentice is interesting at least because it draws us a card. He uses his Hollow Death Priest, but that's over half of his magicka. We've got 2 cards in the field lane. Well, 1 card in the field lane, 1 card that could be in the field lane that can instantly kill any guard that he has. So far, let's try to remember back. He hit a... What did he hit? He hit a Mummify and a Nyxhound on Prophecies.
My business is none of theirs.
Okay. We'll see if we can do it. 3, 3, and that's a win.
Okay, guard
By
me.
your orders, of course.
Good game. Up against Knoll 13, the Miraculous. They are on Dagoth. How many cards are in their deck? Got 30. Should be 30 in every deck, right? Okay. I wanted to keep Corpus Disease just in case we got our guy again. Uh, hmm. Not sure what I'm expecting from him out of Dagoth. There's...
Killing you will make
Yeah,
an
that makes sense. Well, we'll see if he can combat that.
Someone so ugly.
Oh, wow.
meet your death.
Stone throw.
Make my death mean something.
There's our Mournhold Trader. Waiting for opponent to reconnect. It seems like they're back.
Today, you meet your end.
That needs to die.
Time to move.
Okay, Ornery Kagudi. Hmm. Golden Initiate. Gain us back some hell. No, it's too high cost. Um, Ornery Kagudi, Ring Break, Stone Throw that. Gotta hope I draw my other Golden Initiate sometime soon.
Spill your blood.
Green Pact Ambusher, I think, is pretty good here. We'll throw that down. He's gonna put us down to 23. I can do that next turn with all this stuff that I've got. Not anymore, though, but I'm glad that's out of his hand. Silt Strider. Well, I would love to get my Mournhold Trader online, and these guys are not proccing. We have a lot of creatures I feel like would proc with that, but it's not working. It's unfortunate.
Spill your blood.
Ooh. Considering that he just... I need to clean this lane up, and since he just swung with his 3-cost creature, he'd have to use another resource if he wants to kill this turn. So we'll see what he does. Icy Shambles on that. Okay. There's his resource gone. Imbued Bosmer is pretty good to get down. I don't actually really want to be aggressive right now. I would like to Corpus Disease this anyway, though, so we'll just play like that, yeah. He's probably got a way to kill my Mournhold Trader. Lightning Bolt, maybe.
This one will trade blows.
Oh, Corsair ship.
I feel a storm coming.
And then what? He's got an Ornery Kagudi of his own. Very nice, very nice.
Coming, eh?
I think we're still gonna swing like this. Gonna really make him work to kill my trader. And I'm comfortable with playing out my whole hand now because I have fresh start next turn. Now without help, this thing cannot kill the lethal that I've presented in this lane. And it would be uninterrupted lethal because I could hit with Golden Initiate then with Mournhold Trader.
Your call or life.
So if he has like Ancano, Bitterfish Witch, a Steel Dagger, any item here, really, besides like Maple Shield, would help him. Okay, there's the item.
Deserves another.
There's a Lightning Bolt. And he has an Imbued Bosmer of his own that he will likely have to use. I'm gonna fresh start. We draw, okay, some cards. Play her in the field lane. I'd like to pivot back to being over here. Awakened Imperfect. Wow. That's tough. Do I ignore that and go for lethal in the right lane? Do I just ignore it? I think it didn't proc, dude. What the fuck? I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. If he has a Silt Strider to move that over, then we can just hit it with our Clockwork and it will die. I don't know if ignoring it was the smart play or what, but that's how I'm gonna play it right now. In Constructed, I probably would have tried to contest that a little bit more, but I don't see the need right now. Okay, there's the breakthrough. Ooh, waiting for opponent to reconnect. Redoran Battle Spear keeps us alive, so I'm not upset by what's happened. I do definitely need to block this off. Mulamnir now has 10.
Arcade, guide me.
If we can possibly...
You can tell them you thought.
Dremora marking us. Wow. Okay, if he has Unstoppable Rage, we lose. If he's got any other kind of item, like big item like the Orcish Warhammer, might lose too. Lightning Bolt we lose. There's a lot of ways that we lose. Dremora Marquinez is crazy though. No way that he has Unstoppable Rage here anymore. Okay, so I think ignoring was the way to go. So, good shit. Waiting for opponent to reconnect. Does anyone know is mobile Legends and PC Legends, are they connected? Because on mobile it's a lot easier to just turn your phone off when you're about to lose. I know I've done it tons of times on mobile, but when I stream and stuff, I'm playing on my PC, my Legends device. Alrighty, well, we've at least got to do this, right? Cool. Took a slight hiatus from playing yesterday. I had to go. So we'll just get right back into it. With the magical power of editing, there shouldn't be any real break in the flow of the video. Let me turn my mic up. I don't know how it keeps happening that my mic gets so low, but hopefully it'll be at a reasonable volume now. One of the hardest things with making videos has been trying to actually balance the sound. Okay, I'm up against Hobbs Winchester. It's on Archer. I'm on Archer with willpower, essentially. Definitely not keeping the Legion 0. I think I redraw all of those. There's a lot of 3-drops. Well, there's a worse hand for sure. There's a lot of 3-drops in the deck, though. That was my thought process there. This is what we call a losing hand, but we'll try to stay in this. I can't imagine he doesn't have a play right now in Archer. Generally, Archer has a lot of really small creatures, I believe, so... Huh, okay. Well, we've drawn our high end, so hopefully next card will be something playable. We're just going to be relying on top decking stuff for like 4 turns.
There will be sweetmeats for this one tonight.
Okay, 3/3 with Drain. Could be worse. Daring Cut Purse. I think I'll play the cut purse over here. Reason being, I can Veteran Battle Spear this guy, and then still keep my creature alive in the shadow lane.
This one will be going. Yes.
Or maybe I could swing then Veteran Battle Spear, so it would be
No
up to him.
recommend.
Or maybe I can't do any of that. But I can at least start playing the game. So there's that. I'll ring out a Jackal for over here. 4/8 Clockwork Scorpion, not too shabby.
I will not waste words on one so
He's
ugly.
got the Courier in his deck.
This one will be going. Yes.
Okay. Oh, there's the Courier in my deck. Hmm. Well, we've got a swing like that. I think I'm gonna lay down my Scorpion next turn. That seems pretty good. And I would like to rally onto one of these two, so I'll eliminate one target from there. And it hits Mulamnir, so this game's going great so far.
Means
I do think that since we have our high end drawn by this point and he hasn't done a whole lot, that either means that he has his high end in his hand too, or we'll be able
this
to...
one will be going. Yes.
What the fuck is that card? I don't even think I've seen that card before. That's crazy. Well, yeah, that's fine. And since nothing's on the board right now, I'm just gonna fresh start. We've got 9 cards in my hand now, so will overdraw before he does at this point, but I can play a Varanus Courier, then a Moon Moth next turn. I think that seems like a pretty decent idea. Hobbs Winchester. We are in kind of the guttural ranks of Versus Arena. It's the 20th, I believe, today. 21st. It's the 21st of April today, so anyone who's still in rank 12 at this point is questionable at the game, probably. Shout out to all my people down in rank 12 with me, though. Like I said at the start of this, I am not a master of Versus Arena at all, so I'm also roasting myself here. But I also don't play a whole lot of Versus Arena, so maybe I'm better than I think. We've been doing okay so far. Murkwater Butcher's not really going to cut it. Let's see what he's doing, though. Okay. Well, immediately I'm seeing I could do this. And I quite like that. Could also Anzalil Invader, Ash Oppressor. So I think that's a better move. That advances my board quite a bit. So we'll play like that. Now he has to address all of these cards. If he swings face at me, I think that's also questionable because I'm going to just Courier here. In the last game that we played, there was that Awakened Imperfect that showed up, and I ignored that, and that worked out pretty well for me. I'm coming up on Mulamnir too, with a rally on him, and that's actually important. Enemy creature with less power than Mulamnir's health, so I could kill both of these, which I don't think I previously could do with Mulamnir. And I might just have to do that. We are trying to be a pretty aggressive deck. He's not doing anything. Interesting. Well, okay, this is my play. So Mulamnir will die pretty soon, it's likely. But when he does die, his original health is 8, so we'll be able to consume him with our Tenar Zalvit, gain back a bunch more health, and no one prophecy.
There's nowhere they'll hide from me.
Okay, so that'll definitely kill the Mulamnir that we've got, but that still leaves 13 damage on the board. So +4 in charge. It's a good card, especially good in Arena. I'm surprised he didn't do anything last game, or last round.
You'll be more used behind
Hmm,
the forest.
okay. Well, if ever there were a time for Javelin, it might be now. I don't want to just sit around and wait, and I don't want to lose this thing. This thing is hugely important to what I'm trying to do in this game. So I think we do that. And then Moonmoth. I'm okay if he decides to kill this, actually. So maybe we'll Courier.
Better not waste words on one
Just
so
trying to
close.
think. Oh, damn it. Just trying to think through this quickly, though. If we have... It's interesting. Um, yeah, our Courier here will draw us a card. He has to kill it with the Reaper unless he's got something else in his hand. And then I can use the Viper for another guard over here or something. Falinesti, whatever that card's called. That thing would really screw me. That's bizarre that he would do that, I think. I'm not upset that he did that, though.
I'll take him all myself if I have to.
I don't remember if I have a silence effect in this deck, but I would very
He
much like to
wasted
have
my
one.
strength.
I think we try to set up... There we go. I think we try to set up for something major.
You can tell them you thought of it.
Shulk Fabricant. I don't think we're ever going to get that to proc, but a 2/4 guard isn't terrible. I am going to try to just
Speak.
buff up my lane as much as possible, and we'll see what we can do.
I bark and burn.
Seems to have a lot of really low cost stuff, or stuff that's not necessarily all that useful to him. He definitely kills this. If he ignores my courier, that helps us toward lethal a little bit more, but we should have everything under control with this
If I
Viper.
agree, I will spill your blood.
See, I don't know why... Oh, never mind. I know why you would do that. Does he waste his heavy battle axe this turn? Okay, he's got fresh start too, so he decks himself before I deck myself now. There's our hulking scale on. I would love to play that just because it's fun, but this is 7 plus 4 is 11, so I'm going to go for it. I'll swing with the drain card first, then this guy. We hit another prophecy, but I don't believe there's anything in Archer. I don't think there's a prophecy in Archer that could gain him health. So Underworld Vigilante it is. Yeah. And I'll swing with the Verana's Courier. She put in some work, but good game. So that's 4 games down, 4 wins. We're up against More Nose. These names are getting harder. More Nose Nick or More Nose Snick, I think are the only 2 ways to read that that makes sense. We get rid of our Tanar. What am I looking at against Sorcerer? Okay, I think I get rid of the Tanar Zalvit. I think just because this is a 4, I'm going to keep it. And Ash Oppressor is not the most useful, but remember, again, we took this more for the 4/3 body as a 3. than we did for the fact that the 5 power thing is going to be proccing. Our hulking Scalon is not great to see on turn 1, but I'm glad to have it. I think the game remembered that I wanted to play it last time. There's our fresh start again. It worked out well for us last time, so I'm not going to immediately pass judgment on this hand. Things work a little bit differently in Arena. Okay, so he looks like he drafted some kind of consume. I don't know, maybe he just took Wandering Skeleton because it's a solid 2-drop, but it's looking to me right now like some kind of weird uh, skeleton-based consume type deck. But maybe just in my brain those coincide. Okay. Nimble Ally, you had better work this time, you son of a bitch. Oh, dude, that has been the most disappointing card that we drafted by a mile. Tried to build around that so hard and it has not worked out. Does he hit me though? Or does he just try to clean up the lane? He just cleans up, that's fine. I'm a little bit hesitant about playing a Golden Initiate. I clearly need to get that out of the field lane though. And I think that a Legion Zero Templar is the best answer to that, because if I play a Golden Initiate, he's just going to swing into it with this guy. Legion Zero Templar, though, has too much health for him to handle by himself, so we'll play like that. He's got a pretty slow board state right now. He's got a 1 attack creature, a 1 attack lethal, and a 3 attack, so we'll see what he's up to. He did equip a Enchanted Plate, which is a very good card. Altmer Flameslinger, pretty good card too. I'm starting to I'm starting to doubt that I have any silence effects. I don't believe I do. Altmer Flameslinger is going to deal 1 damage to me, crack a rune. The best thing that could happen is I get a prophecy, but I don't know if we count on that. And I don't know if I just waste my Viper on something so small. I did waste my other, um, my Javelin on that creature in the Shadow Lane last game, but I'm very indecisive right now, if you can't tell. And I need to silence my phone. Damn it. Golden Initiate. I'm going to play Golden Initiate. It's not easy for him to remove. Stone Throw pairs well with Anzaleel, too. Um, so yeah, I think that's my play for now. He's got the Daedric Dagger. Stone Throw's still a great option. Okay. Nimble Ally. Please? Will this work this time? Okay, it worked this time. I am going to... You know what? I'm going to Viper this. Now that we have Stone Throw with Mulamnir coming up, I feel more comfortable Vipering that.
This world holds many wonders.
Okay, this is great. This is big for the community. So I'm going to put that right there. Now, one of our Golden Initiates is still somewhere in our next 17 cards. Mulamnir next turn goes insanely hard. We have to kill that. I think the game is starting to pivot in our favor here. Play the Moon Moth over here because it survives against this. And Embassy Guard, I think, is actually a pretty solid option here. Mulamnir is our next play, though, I think.
Whatever you want if the coin is good.
I bet he hits me in the face, too. So he's a 4/6, but there's our imbued Bosmer.
Whisper your need to the scales.
Okay, so I see no world where it's not Mulamnir. We play him. I think I'm going to play him in the Shadow lane. This thing, then this thing, right? So, boom, boom. Fine, killing that will buff up our dude. And I'll say goodbye to my Nimble Ally, but now he's down to 2 cards. Okay, I'm going to do everything in my power. Mournhold Trader would have been nice earlier, but not so much now. I'm going to play Hulking Scalon. And we have 19 plus 7, which is 26. So I'm going to hit him once. I'm going to hit him twice. And we'll see if we can't get a lethal kill next turn. Okay, it's not going to help. That will definitely help him. But yeah, this is thoroughly not helpful for him. Okay, he has a lot of items in this deck. I also... Ooh. Okay, so we're at 16 in total. I don't feel super comfortable swinging at his face yet. How many cards do I have left? 12. I'm just worried playing Fresh Start first. I think I'll lay down my Embassy Guard. Then the Mournhold. Well, let's swing with our Pilfer first. Okay, he gains a card. I'll play my Mournhold Trader over here. I'll play my Imbued Bosmer over here. And play my Redoran Battle Spear. Okay, that gets us up pretty high. Pretty high. I'm going to hope he doesn't have a Prophecy here. I feel like it's correct to swing. Just right now, while we have all this stuff. Yeah. Okay. Double card, but not a... Ooh, okay, he did get a Prophecy. Ooh, you know what? I wasn't really thinking. My deck has that charge creature in it. That could have been really, really good for me. Okay. So what kills me here? If he plays Supreme Atromancer, that doesn't quite kill me. If he plays Lightning Bolt, he'd have to have like 3 Lightning Bolts to kill me. He can take care of this. I'm hoping he doesn't know what Hulking Scalon does, and he tries to just hit it with his lethal. He's looking for cards. He's got 9 cards left. Tome of Alteration. He's running out of time. And there's the concession. I mean, that's a pretty nasty board state to be going up against. All right, we're up against the Nordgest, Forgotten Hero. Let's see what we get here. Legion Zero Templar, almost no. There's almost no world that I choose either of the... Well, I don't like wasting my Viper at the beginning of the game on turn 4 before I've seen the rest of his deck, but Viper could be very helpful to have. I'm going to throw back the Legion 0, keep the Golden Initiate, although it reduces my Prophecy count, and then hopefully we'll draw something a little bit easier. I think we've been getting lucky with the ring. I don't think we had the ring last game, but I don't know. This feels like it's necessary for me to have this in this one. I'm going to get Nimble Ally out first, and it still doesn't proc. I drew one agility creature other than him. That is crazy. I was going to try to establish dominance in the field lane, but that didn't really work. Although I'm glad that I did that, though. I'm happy about that. I'll just continue establishing dominance. That way he can't do anything with this card. This card is, I feel like Two Moons Contemplation's pretty good in Arena. And normally this would be pretty good, but as it stands, it's not great. So I don't always remember to do this, but I'm going to swing with the creature that doesn't have keywords. That way it's just easier for the one with keywords to stay alive a little bit longer, and we're going to advance our board again. So any guard that he puts over here, it's just not happening. He's going to put 2 guards over here. Now it's not, this isn't great the way that this situation has spiraled. I could Viper here. It depends on how aggressive I'm trying to be. I think I'm trying to be pretty aggressive. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Okay, go like that, and I'll lay down my Imbued Bosmer. That sort of counts as removal. Corpus Disease kind of will negate guards. It's not a great answer to anything that he throws down, but it's something. Yeah, like for the guard and ward here, I think that Corpus Disease is a pretty good option, and then we just use our Imbued Bosmer, take it out.
My sword is yours.
Okay, he's got double guard. Okay, swing like that. I'd prefer to have Corpus Disease for myself. I don't see any great options here. And I want to hit his face every time, because he's got the Two Moons Contemplative. So I'll kill with the... Might be better to keep the lethal. We'll see if we get another lethal. We do not, because this is the worst card in the game, apparently. Okay. I hit him for 1, then I hit him for 4. He gets his choice of creature to remove. I'm going to leave the decision up to him on which one of these guys he wants to kill. I'll actually keep him at 5/3 because all of my creatures right now will kill him. So he probably goes for either the Jackal or the Golden Initiate. But if he doesn't go for either of those, that's fine. I could see a case for him going for Imbued Bosmer just to get that lethal off of the field. We know that our next card isn't an agility card. If it's Mulamnir, that's not great because we don't have enough Magicka to play him. Okay, he swings like that. That doesn't leave him in a great spot. And I feel bad not advancing my board. I don't need any health. Okay, he's just gonna concede. Yeah, that kind of sucked for him, but my deck was kind of built to counter decks like him, and I think that the whole reason that we won that was because I had the ring, and I was able to get my creature out before he got out the Two Moons Contemplative. Okay, we're up against Fixed ENTJ, the Blood Magic Lord. Is ENTJ one of those like ENFP type things? This this is a hand that I am so down to keep. Mournhold Trader, turn 2.
Luck to you.
Corpus Disease, yeah, good luck.
Well fought.
And then we can equip it with a Redoran Battle Spear after we've Corpus Diseased it. So that's perfect.
Careful there, friend.
Okay, Wardcrafter kind of messes up my game plan here. If he's on some kind of prophecy thing, that's also not great. Ash Oppressor is pretty good now. We've got this up to a 6/4, so that could be something in my future. And he's going to take a turn off to reveal the unseen. We'll see what he pulls from that in a few turns, I'd imagine.
Face me,
Kind of has to do that. Okay, Brutal Ashlander. The best play that I can see is Redoran Battle Spear or Ash Oppressor. This Brutal Ashlander has kind of messed up my game plan here because this just adds a layer of RNG that I wasn't prepared for. If I kill the Brutal Ashlander, or Asslander, I like to call it an Asslander, where does that get me then? If it deals damage to my face, then my plan has worked. If it doesn't, then we have an issue. I think we take advantage of the fact that we have a 6/2 on the board. We chain down our Wardcrafter here because um, that's the one that can absolutely kill my Mournhold Trader right now. Brutal Ashlander has potential to, but now that we've added a creature onto the board, it increases the odds of something else that it will hit. Perfect. So it was a 1 in 3 chance that we got hit there. We, as in the Brutal Ashlander, and he's just saying fuck it and playing Chimera. I think I'll swing like that. Redoran Battle Spear this guy. And Chimera is his card that he got from Moment of Clarity. Sorry, not revealing the unseen. Moment of Clarity. Okay, he is going to silence me, which that does kind of hurt. If we don't draw our charge creature, oh, wow. Yikes. Yeah, if we don't draw our charge creature, I think we're going to have an issue. Well, there's our charge creature. So, yeah, we'll give it a try here. We'll... Oh, I can't play anything with Moonmoth. Naked Moonmoth feels bad, but it's not the end of the world. Nimble Ally, will you please proc for me? It does. Good. Okay, we'll move over to the Shadow Lane. And hopefully I can poke with one of those creatures. It is only turn 6, so there's a very high potential that he hits a Prophecy too. We'll throw this over here just to even out the lanes. And he's got 1/1 in guard, but I don't think that matters anymore. Yeah, so he's got to hope for a Prophecy here. I'm actually okay with keeping this Viper for something that he prophecies. But he didn't prophecy anything, so we'll just keep the Underworld Vigilante in our hand, keep the BM to a minimum, and kill him with what we've got on the board. That is another win for this deck.
What a momentous occasion, presenting a new arena legend.
Oh, it only goes up to 7.
What?
Okay, I thought it was 9 like it is in AI Arena. Wow, okay, that was a lot of wow, that was a lot of stuff. Is this how everybody has a full collection and I'm just sitting over here with like a bunch of cards missing? Well, Check that out. Champion of the Arena. Complete one versus arena event with no losses. That's the first time I've done that. I don't know, maybe I needed time from Arena and a new perspective on the game has a more enlightened perspective on the game has changed my playing ability. So yeah, I hope that that was valuable for some of you guys. Like I said, I'm not a versus arena master, but I hope that you were able to kind of glean some wisdom from that. I mean, I've had the game for, well, since launch basically, so I've been around for a while, and I know my way around a handful of cards and decks, and so maybe I'm more knowledgeable than I think I am. Maybe I'm underselling myself. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed that, and I would definitely be willing to try that again. I had no idea that you got this much good stuff from it. So